What if I told you that 90% of people are completely ignoring the muscle groups that could transform their entire physique and make them look like an absolute powerhouse? You're about to discover the hidden secrets that professional bodybuilders and elite athletes use to build shoulders and backs so impressive that people literally stop and stare when they walk into a room. And here's the crazy part. Most gym goers are doing these exercises completely wrong, which is why they never see the results they're desperately chasing. Welcome back to Gain and Grow, where we turn ordinary people into extraordinary physical specimens. I'm about to share with you the exact blueprint that has helped thousands of people unlock their true strength potential through strategic shoulder and back development. But before we dive deep into these game-changing techniques, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because the information I'm sharing today could literally revolutionize your entire training approach. Let me start with a story that will blow your mind. 3 months ago, I received an email from Sarah, a 32-year-old marketing professional who had been struggling in the gym for over 2 years. She was doing countless hours of cardio, endless bicep curls, and focusing primarily on her legs and glutes. Despite all her effort, she felt weak, looked disproportionate, and couldn't understand why her physique wasn't developing the way she wanted. Then she implemented the exact shoulder and back training protocol I'm about to share with you today. Within just 8 weeks, Sarah had completely transformed her upper body. Her posture improved dramatically, her clothes fit better, she felt stronger than ever before, and people started asking her what she was doing differently. The secret wasn't some magical supplement or expensive personal trainer. It was understanding how to properly develop the powerhouse muscles that create the foundation for total body strength. Your shoulders and back aren't just muscle groups, they're the architectural framework that determines how your entire physique looks and functions. Think about the most impressive physiques you've ever seen. Whether it's a professional athlete, a fitness model, or just someone who commands attention when they walk into a room, I guarantee they have one thing in common: incredibly well-developed shoulders and back muscles. But here's what most people don't understand. Building impressive shoulders and backs isn't about doing random exercises or following some generic workout plan you found online. It requires a strategic scientific approach that targets specific muscle fibers, utilizes proper movement patterns, and progressively overloads your muscles in ways that force them to grow stronger and more defined. The shoulder complex is one of the most intricate and important joint systems in your entire body. We're talking about the deltoids, which consist of 3 distinct heads. The anterior deltoid that gives you that powerful front-facing presence, the medial deltoid that creates those impressive shoulder caps that make you look broader and more athletic, and the posterior deltoid that pulls your shoulders back and gives you that confident, strong posture. But the shoulders don't work in isolation. They're intimately connected to your back muscles, which include the latissimus dorsi that create that coveted V-taper from your shoulders down to your waist, the rhomboids and middle trapezius that pull your shoulder blades together and improve your posture, the lower trapezius that stabilizes your shoulder blades, and the rear deltoids that we mentioned earlier. When you develop these muscle groups properly, something magical happens. Your entire upper body transforms into a coordinated system of strength and power. You stand taller, you move with more confidence, your clothes fit better, and you project an aura of physical capability that people notice immediately. Let's talk about why most people fail to develop impressive shoulders and backs. The first major mistake is exercise selection. They choose movements that feel good or look impressive, rather than exercises that actually target the intended muscles effectively. For example, I see people doing lateral raises with momentum, swinging the weights up, rather than controlling the movement and feeling the burn in their medial delts. The second mistake is inadequate frequency. Your shoulders and back are large, complex muscle groups that can handle and actually require frequent stimulation to grow optimally. Most people train these muscles once per week, which is nowhere near enough volume to create significant adaptations. The third mistake is poor mind-muscle connection. They go through the motions without really focusing on which muscles should be working during each exercise. This leads to compensatory movement patterns where stronger muscles take over, leaving the target muscles understimulated. The fourth mistake is neglecting the posterior chain. Everyone wants impressive front delts and lats, but they ignore the rear delts, rhomboids, and middle traps that are absolutely crucial for balance development and injury prevention. Now let me share with you the exact training approach that will transform your shoulders and back into genuine powerhouses of strength. We're going to break this down into specific strategies that you can implement immediately, regardless of your current fitness level or training experience. First, let's talk about exercise selection and execution. For shoulder development, we need to target all 3 heads of the deltoids with specific, purposeful movements. The overhead press is the king of shoulder exercises because it builds functional pressing strength while targeting the front and middle delts. But here's the key. You need to perform it with perfect technique. Start with your feet shoulder width apart, core engaged, and shoulders pulled back. Press the weight straight up over your head, not forward. At the top position, your arms should be directly over your shoulders, not in front of them. Lower the weight under control until it reaches about ear level, then press back up explosively. For the lateral raise, which specifically targets the medial deltoids, you need to focus on the execution details that most people miss. Start with lighter weights than you think you need. Raise the weights out to the sides with a slight bend in your elbows, leading with your pinkies. The key is to control the negative portion of the movement. That's where the real muscle building magic happens. Rear deltoid development requires specific attention because these muscles are often neglected. Face pulls using a cable machine or resistance bands are incredibly effective when performed correctly. Set the cable at about chest height, grab the rope or band with both hands, and pull it toward your face while squeezing your shoulder blades together. For back development, we need to think about movement patterns rather than just individual exercises. You have vertical pulling movements like pull-ups and pull-downs, horizontal pulling movements like rows, and deadlift variations that target the entire posterior chain. The pull-up is arguably the best upper body exercise ever created. It builds incredible lat width, improves grip strength, and develops functional pulling power. If you can't do pull-ups yet, start with assisted variations using bands or machines, and focus on the negative portion of the movement. Rowing exercises are crucial for developing thickness in your back muscles. Barbell rows, dumbbell rows, and cable rows all have their place, but the key is maintaining proper posture throughout the movement. Keep your chest up, shoulders back, and focus on pulling your elbows behind your body while squeezing your shoulder blades together. Now let's talk about programming these exercises for maximum results. The key is strategic frequency and volume distribution. Instead of training shoulders and back once per week with high volume, you're going to train them 2 to 3 times per week with moderate volume per session. Here's a sample weekly structure that has produced incredible results for thousands of people. On Monday, focus on heavy pressing movements for shoulders and vertical pulling for back. Wednesday targets lateral delt work and horizontal pulling movements. Friday emphasizes posterior delt development and deadlift variations. This approach allows you to hit these muscle groups frequently while giving them adequate recovery time between sessions. Remember, muscle growth happens during recovery, not during the workout itself. Volume progression is crucial for continued adaptation. Start with a manageable number of sets per muscle group per week, then gradually increase volume over time. For most people, this means starting with about 10 to 12 sets per week for shoulders and 12 to 15 sets per week for back muscles. The importance of progressive overload cannot be overstated. Every single workout should challenge your muscles in some way. This might mean adding weight, performing more repetitions, increasing time under tension, or improving range of motion. Your muscles need to be forced to adapt to increasingly challenging demands. Let's discuss some advanced techniques that will accelerate your progress once you've mastered the basics. Drop sets are incredibly effective for shoulder and back development. After reaching failure with a particular weight, immediately reduce the load and continue the set. This extends the time under tension and recruits additional muscle fibers. Supersets work exceptionally well for these muscle groups. Pair a pressing movement with a pulling movement, or combine different angles of the same movement pattern. For example, perform overhead presses immediately followed by lateral raises, or combine pull-ups with bent-over rows. Pre-exhaustion is another powerful technique. Start your workout with isolation exercises for specific muscle heads, then move to compound movements. This ensures that smaller, often neglected muscles get adequate stimulation before larger muscle groups take over. Time under tension manipulation can dramatically increase the effectiveness of your training. Instead of rushing through your repetitions, deliberately slow down the negative portion of each movement. This creates more mechanical stress on the muscle fibers, leading to greater adaptation. Nutrition plays a crucial role in shoulder and back development. These are large muscle groups that require adequate protein synthesis to grow effectively. Aim for at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight daily, distributed evenly throughout your meals. Timing your nutrition around your workouts can enhance recovery and muscle protein synthesis. Consume a combination of protein and carbohydrates within 2 hours after your training session. This replenishes glycogen stores and provides amino acids for muscle repair and growth. Recovery strategies are often overlooked but absolutely essential for optimal results. Your muscles grow during rest periods, not during workouts. Ensure you're getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, as this is when growth hormone production peaks. Active recovery techniques like light stretching, foam rolling, and mobility work can improve blood flow to your muscles and reduce soreness between training sessions. Focus particularly on thoracic spine mobility, as tightness in this area can limit your ability to perform shoulder and back exercises with proper form. Stress management is another crucial factor. Chronic stress elevates cortisol levels, which can interfere with muscle protein synthesis and recovery. Incorporate stress reduction techniques like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or activities you genuinely enjoy. Let's address some common plateaus and how to break through them. If your strength gains have stalled, consider varying your rep ranges. Spend a few weeks focusing on lower rep, higher weight training to build strength, then transition to higher rep, moderate weight training to build muscle endurance. Exercise variation can also help overcome plateaus. Instead of always doing the same exercises, incorporate different variations that target the same muscle groups from slightly different angles. This prevents adaptation and keeps your muscles challenged. The mind-muscle connection deserves special attention when training shoulders and back. These muscle groups contain multiple smaller muscles that need individual attention. During each exercise, consciously focus on which muscles should be working and visualize them contracting and lengthening. Form correction is an ongoing process that requires constant attention. Video record yourself performing exercises from different angles, or work with a qualified trainer who can provide immediate feedback. Small improvements in form can lead to significant improvements in results. Injury prevention should always be a priority when training shoulders and back. These areas are particularly susceptible to injury due to their complex joint structures and the heavy loads typically used in training. Always warm up thoroughly before intense training sessions. Include specific warm-up exercises that target the rotator cuffs and prepare your shoulders for the upcoming workload. Band pull-aparts, arm circles, and light internal and external rotation exercises are excellent preparation activities. Listen to your body and distinguish between normal training discomfort and potential injury pain. Sharp, shooting pains or pain that worsens during movement should never be ignored. When in doubt, consult with a qualified healthcare professional. Tracking your progress is essential for long-term success. Keep detailed records of your workouts, including exercises performed, weights used, repetitions completed, and how you felt during each session. This data helps you identify patterns and make informed adjustments to your training program. Take progress photos from multiple angles every 2 to 4 weeks. Visual documentation often reveals changes that aren't immediately apparent in the mirror. Focus on posture improvements, muscle definition, and overall upper body symmetry. Measure key areas like shoulder width, lat spread, and upper back thickness. These measurements provide objective data about your physical development and help you stay motivated during periods when visual changes seem slow. The psychological aspects of training shoulders and back are often underestimated. These muscle groups respond particularly well to visualization techniques. Before each set, take a moment to visualize the muscles you're about to train and imagine them working efficiently throughout the entire range of motion. Confidence building is a natural byproduct of developing impressive shoulders and back muscles. As your strength increases and your physique improves, you'll notice positive changes in how you carry yourself and interact with others. Set specific, measurable goals for your shoulder and back development. Instead of vague objectives like get stronger, establish concrete targets like increase my pull-up maximum by 5 repetitions, or add 20 pounds to my overhead press within 3 months. The long-term benefits of developing powerful shoulders and back extend far beyond aesthetic improvements. You'll experience better posture, reduced risk of injury, improved functional strength for daily activities, and enhanced performance in other athletic endeavors. Your investment in shoulder and back training will pay dividends throughout your entire life. Strong, well-developed posterior chain muscles help combat the negative effects of prolonged sitting and computer work that plague modern society. The confidence and self-esteem benefits cannot be overstated. When you look good and feel strong, every aspect of your life improves. You approach challenges with more confidence, you carry yourself with better posture, and you project an image of capability and strength. Remember that developing impressive shoulders and back is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency over perfection will always win in the long run. Focus on showing up regularly, putting in honest effort, and gradually improving your technique and strength over time. The knowledge I've shared with you today represents years of research, experimentation, and real-world application. These aren't theoretical concepts, they're proven strategies that have helped thousands of people transform their physiques and their lives. Your journey to developing powerful shoulders and back starts with your very next workout. Apply these principles consistently, stay patient with the process, and trust that your dedication will be rewarded with incredible results. If you found this information valuable, smash that like button to help other people discover these life-changing techniques. Subscribe to Gain and Grow for more content that will accelerate your fitness journey, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our latest uploads. Drop a comment below and tell me about your biggest challenge when it comes to shoulder and back training. I read every single comment and often create entire videos based on your questions and feedback. Your transformation starts now. Take this knowledge, apply it consistently, and prepare to unlock the true powerhouse potential that's been waiting inside you all along. I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive even deeper into advanced training strategies that will take your physique to the next level.